Finals are in the air. It's the official Handball Blitz podcast, all thanks to Lily's little lunchbox. We are now 4 sleeps away from the 2024 Handball Blitz Grand Final at Suncorp Stadium. My name is Nick Davis. I'm joined in the studio by Lockie Sands and a very industrious Mitch Lewis. Well, the semi-finals are done. We have our 2 champions. It is Noah from the North side and Oliver from the South side, who will be competing at Suncorp Stadium. And Lockie, you're the tournament director of Handball Blitz 2024. Straight away, I mean, congratulations. What a tournament was on Saturday morning.
Well, it's not over. That's the main thing. Well, it's the main thing. I want to keep our eyes focused on what will be a fantastic grand final. I can't wait for it. It was an electric feeling just being there, being back at Somerville House on Saturday morning, and you just knew that greatness was about to happen.
There was something really special in the air, and again, the stands were packed full of parents and supporters and travelling fans from all around Brisbane. A few supporters groups, celebrities in the crowd. It was truly sensational. But look, we'll start over on the south side here. Because all eyes were on one man, and he was the defending champion, Jet from Churchie. Now, remember, he was an underager last year. He won the whole damn thing, bringing the South Side their second title. And, it was incredible the buzz that Jet generated because they knew who he was. They'd seen his face. They'd seen him holding the trophy. I reckon every boy and girl on the north side had his photo on their wall going, how do I play like him? And I was speaking to a few of the kids beforehand. They were watching him warm up, trying to get a read of his game. And it was truly incredible. So we'll hold the south side for a bit because there's a lot of action there. But as we know, the north side, they haven't had a champion yet. And they're starting to get a little bit restless. Yeah,
they really are. And what I thought was fascinating was that we headed into, I guess, the north side semi-final, the game that would decide who would participate in this Friday's final at Suncorp Stadium. And what was fantastic, we spoke about this school last week, Hamilton State School. Not only did they have one representative in that semi-final, they had 2.
It's just amazing. What a program and a testament to what they've been doing over there. As I said, they keep the numbers very small. An elite program. We were out there for the final Handball Blitz cross. As we know, all the comms went down, but that's some of the communication jamming signals that they have out there. That's how you run an elite program. And I don't know if I ever mentioned this at the time, but it was actually quite theoretical, their handball program. When I got out there, I said, all right, take me to your handball courts. And they just pointed to some concrete.
No way.
Marked squares.
Wow.
Yeah. Just a line in the concrete. 100%, I said, this is the court. This is the main court. I'm like, what do you mean? You go, this is the court here. That's where they play. They like when a coach says at training, you don't need cones.
No.
You know where to go.
Exactly.
They did. So, and in that final, through to the end, it was Frude and Noah. Now, Noah, just 9 years old, just in grade 4. Now, surely this underager couldn't get through, but you saw him through the semis. Unfortunately, we said goodbye to Jackson Hope, the little brother of Alex, a new hope. He crashed out in the round of 16, but that's okay. A sensational effort. And but I want to give a big shout out to Bronte as well from Our Lady of the Way. She was the longest standing female in the competition, and she was truly sensational. She took down some big names on Saturday morning.
I think she went down 2-1 in that game that eventually saw her out. So it almost down to a tiebreaker as well. Just edged out. I just want to return, just quickly to Hamilton State School because I did get to ask Noah and Huraday, hey, when you play in the schoolyard, right before the grand final, I think you were maybe doing some media stuff with Oliver, the South Side winner. When you play in the schoolyard, who wins? And they couldn't tell me because it was so close. This is the schoolyard camaraderie, the rivalry, and the derby that they've got going on.
Like Ariane Titmus and Molly O'Callaghan, they train together, but at the end of the day, only one of them can win. So, but you can see they graciously support each other. So it was Noah going through from the north side. Now, Noah doesn't actually have a nickname at this point. Now, every good fighter needs a nickname. We've seen this over the years. Now, I just want to throw a few of them out there. His name's Noah Necky, 9 years old. So I'm thinking maybe Noah the Ark, maybe something like that. Maybe 2x2.
I like 2x2.
There's a bit in that. There's a bit in that, isn't there? Obviously, he's Italian as well. His dad Marco was there, so maybe what's a young version of the Italian stallion, like possibly the pony. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. But we've got to get Noah a nickname. I'm liking 2x2. So congratulations to Noah. And he was. I'll tell you what. I interviewed him after the game, and a man of a few words, but you can see his focus is there. Noah, mate, congratulations. You are the winner of the Northside semi-final. How does that feel?
Good.
Yeah, good. Now, again, what was going through your head in that final? Hrude kept coming after you. You had to keep fighting. What was it going through your mind to help you win that game?
Just try to hit him, try to hit the power shot, and just make him go left, right.
I can see Dad's over here as well. You can get in the car and say, Dad, I just won the Northside final. You're going to buy me anything. What's he going to get you? What's he going to take you out to after this? Oh, yeah, the Eckers. There we go. Well, he's deserved it, so fair enough. Well, Noah, congratulations. You're through to the final. Well done, and have a great week preparation. We'll speak to you through the week. Now, I've seen photos sent through, and much like Brian Toll after Origin, I believe he stayed in his handball gear all the way through the Echo, kept that name tag on because the North Side are up and about as well, so that they can finally smell this young new champion coming through to hopefully finally break their drought. Now, we brought Mitch Lewis in here for this as we look towards the South Side because technically you are a representative of this region. Now, we talk about the South. Now, the South is anywhere south of the river, but we know that the Redlands, the Bayside, they're their own sort of separatist state as well. So they sort of see themselves as the East, their own area, but they come together under the Southside banner. And, well, this blonde machine turned up. Now, remember, he didn't know when he'd be meeting Jet, but they were on the same side of the draw. His name was Oliver from Iona College, and I was just watching him throughout the day, and you could tell there was something special about him. He moved really well. He was wearing the famous black and white from Iona. And to a point, now I'll say this now, we had a documentary crew there filming a Drive to Survive Netflix-style documentary. And there was an incredible shot of Oliver playing in his second round game. And the camera pans up to Jet looking down from the grandstands, watching him.
I've got goosebumps.
Yeah, it's special stuff. Another great cutaway. We also speak to Jet a little off to camera, and he watches back of his footage of last year. But
wow!
Anyway, it was drawn at Court 8.
Yes.
Quarterfinal. Sometimes two of your best players can meet early.
Yep.
And Lockie, you were actually refereeing this game because we knew it was special. We had our head referee Tom as well, two of our best calling this, but unfortunately our man Jet, last year's champion, he just couldn't match Oliver. Maybe they mirrored each other's games, but Oliver just seemed to be a bigger, stronger version of Jet's handball style. But so it was Oliver who took down Jet in 2 sets, straight set Jet. Well, unfortunately, that name came back to hurt him, but I spoke to Jet exclusively for Nova after the game, and I must say he was incredibly gracious in defeat. Jet, not to be, mate, but that was an incredible game.
Yeah, it was. It was really intense. I feel like that could have been the final match, obviously. I think he can go all the way.
If he does make it through to the grand final, do you have any words of advice for him?
Oh, just keep up playing that. He played amazingly. Those low shots, I couldn't get it back. So yeah, he's in intensity that doesn't give up. You can see it.
You've been awesome, mate. Congratulations. And what an amazing handball career. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, nothing but grace from last year's champion, Jet, out of Churchy. Incredible, of course. Now, he'll be there, I'm sure, on Friday night. A fair few cashies along the way. He, of course, drinks for free. Red Cordial on Caxton Street every night anyway. So, look,
6 more.
6 more. 6 more there, Jet. So, unfortunately, Jet out qualifying final. But it got down to the end. It was Big Oliver. And, well, he was fatiguing, I will say. He was tiring out by the end because I think he really spent all his petrol tickets in that game against Jet.
Well, do you know what? Oliver was actually the first one to arrive. Oliver arrived before some of our officials. He was that ready. He was that prepared to go out and get the win on Saturday morning. He was there. There's footage I've seen of him that I believe his mum's actually sent through where he was there before anyone else, just ball up against the wall, Don Bradman style. I think just only using one finger instead of using the full palm.
So here's a really interesting thing.
Yes.
Actually, I'll tell you what. So he gets through to the final, wins, and he will be representing the South Side, hoping to make it a hat-trick of wins for the South Side. The three-peat. Could it be done? This was Oliver after the game. Oliver, you've won. You're the South Side champion, and I could tell you were tired through that final. How are you feeling now?
Good. Really good.
You took down last year's champion. He came in as favourite, but your game absolutely matched up to him. What were you bringing to the table against Jet?
Low shots. Serving to his left and, hitting it low to his left.
Of course, you're going to be playing in front of 45,000 people
on Friday night. How will you practice for that throughout this week?
In my handball court in my backyard.
Whoa.
It's basically just a lot of concrete with squares.
Very simple, and that's the way the game should be played.
Yeah, really incredible stuff. So he trains hard, he practices hard, and as I said, he studied Jet's game. He knew what to do. He found the one weakness Jet had and exposed it. Found Achilles' heel there. He's a different beast, this one.
Much like the showdown between Lightning McQueen and Jackson Storm in Cars 3, it really was, I guess, the old school Jet. And, you know, he's not that old, but the old school Lightning McQueen type character, everyone's favourite, unfortunately being shown up by the new school Jackson Storm or Cruz Ramirez, I should say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, look, we'll never forget. The streets will always remember what Jet did for Handball Blitz. He truly changed the game, and will always go, no one can ever take that title away from him. It was great to have him back, so congratulations to Jet. Now, Lockie, you refereed that game.
I did.
I have never seen more consistent rallies of balls so low they were nearly grazing the ground.
Yeah.
Like, it was played at a completely different level, one we've never seen, and one which may be very tough to officiate come that Friday night. But here's the little tip about Oliver. Yeah. And what they practice over at Iona. Now, throughout the year, we've talked about different schools and their own rules.
Okay,
We have. Of course, there is the bylaws of Handball Blitz says that we only must play by the Southern Hemisphere rules, but we allow for creativity and sort of bring in different skills.
Yeah.
Now, you've talked to me about things like cherry bomb or headers, all these different things. Now, at Iona, they play with their feet.
Wow.
And I got a demonstration afterwards from Oliver and another Iona player, and the volleys and the foot control that they are as good with their feet as they are with their hands.
I mean,
I'm not making this up.
Oh my god, this fundamentally changes the game, though.
It really does. Now, of course, he can't use his feet.
No,
but the level of
because this is handball.
This is handball. This is not football, which is, you know, a very small sport, but it's on the way up.
Yeah.
This is different stuff. Now, Mitch, we've got you here because you were there. You are front and centre, and of course, you will be hosting Handball Blitz on Friday night at halftime between the Broncos and the Eels in front of 45,000 screaming fans. You've seen the champions when they're there. Talk to me a bit about, I guess, the mood, the temperament, and what our two champions need to be able to do before the game.
Well, what I'm liking about hearing those scraps, because I wasn't there on semi-final day, was that they're both pretty quiet, to be fair. Now, can you just fill me in the age of Oliver from the South Side?
I believe Oliver is 11.
Okay, so he's 11, so he's got 2 years on. I'm just looking at the photos that were taken in the media press after the grand finals.
You can see them on the Ash Lotzie and Susie Instagram page right now.
That's right. Not a lot of height difference. The size has been very clear in the first 2 grand finals of Handball Blitz the last couple of years. So I expected there to be a very similar age, which it's pretty standard. I guess we get a grade 6er in there in Oliver representing the South Side. But as I've been saying through all my visits so far this season, it's a game for the new generation. We've seen them identifying their strengths and, they set the standard the last couple of years, but this year we saw grade 3 as grade 4 is. So it's amazing and a testament to their efforts that we have someone in grade 4, a 9-year-old, reach the heights of the grand final. I think it's got to be a very similar sort of build-up for these guys. I think both grand finals so far, Handball Blitz 2022, 2023, we've had a bit of a larrikin, a bit of a loudmouth.
Yep.
Jet last year. Love the bloke, and that's the energy that he brought in.
He's the Lightning McQueen of this game.
And it worked out well for him. He came in, he talked a big game, and then we've also had someone who's very quiet and maybe, I don't want to say intimidated by the occasion, but certainly that's the way that it's come across afterwards, is that maybe it was too big of an arena. So I'd be very interested to hear from both of these guys. We just hear from Oliver there. I like the idea that he's got to touch the Logan Martins about him, Tokyo leading into that Olympics, winning the medal there because he didn't want to go out and have to train at an official location, built his own park at his house. I like the idea that Oliver, training at home, he said, I'm going to go practice on my handball court.
Yeah.
So in a comfortable sort of arena, a place where he feels at his best, he's most calm. I like that about him. So Noah, though, untested waters for Handball Blitz Grand Final, someone that age. I mean, they might surprise us on game night, so it's going to be exciting to see on Friday.
Yeah, it truly is. And of course, Noah coming out of that elite handball academy at the Hamilton State School. And congratulations to them and their program to get 2 people into the semi-finals. As we said, you can still register at the Nova Player to win your way for your whole class to come along. Now, of course, I know the Hamilton State School kids will be gunning for that, but it's just not going to be given it to them. You do have to register at the Nova Player. It's all for Lily's Little Lunchbox, serving up an easy morning with Lily's Little Lunchbox. Nutritious ready-made meals designed by a dietitian, perfect for kids and busy families, and training programs for Handball Blitz.
And can I just say, before any investigations go into me possibly bringing the great sport, the grand final, into disrepute, you did say I am a Southside, so I do have
you did declare that
allegiance. That's been very clear the last couple of years. I will say at this point,
getting
considering
ahead of the controversy,
where Oliver is coming from, in about 6 months, I will be a part, officially, of the Ionian extended family.
Oh, incredible.
Wow.
Okay.
But very clear to point this out now, I have absolutely no bearing on the refereeing, the umpiring, nothing about the official adjudication of the match. I will simply be there as an observer and to crown the winner at the end of the match on Friday. So for anyone looking ahead, knowing that I will have a child there, part of the schooling there in about 6 months' time, it bears nothing. There's no conflict of interest. That's what I'm saying. So before I know we have the media hounding us, as they've been knocking on our doors for the last 6 or 7 weeks.
Daily Mail.
Yeah.
There's a potential article right here.
I'm putting it out here right now so that there's nothing.
Get ahead of the scandal. Yes. Very smart, very smart. Now, of course, doing it a little bit differently this year, I can exclusively reveal there will be no grand final press conference.
No grand final press conference.
After the slight kerfuffle that broke out between Jet and Alex last year, a few collars were pulled, and we thought we'd settle it down, but then again, after what happened in the Northern Hemisphere in the last couple of months, ugly scenes, and it brings the game into disrepute, and we really can't have that. So there will be a full media ban. The players may speak to us. Hopefully, we can get some phone interviews through the week, because they're going to be very committed to their training programs, but we just don't want that level of distraction coming into the main event.
We don't want them meeting up beforehand.
No.
I think that's the main thing. That's what we're trying to, I guess, prevent what happened in the Northern Hemisphere. It's not like that. So we will go out and, I believe, visit the schools. We're going to go back to Hamilton. Hopefully they'll lift their, what do you call it, iron curtain, so to speak?
Absolutely. Well, look, I mean, they may double down on it.
Oh,
we don't know. They
may
reinforce it. That's the thing. Sometimes units, like think of like Ash Barty's media team. Sometimes they really just close in and just create a safe environment. So Mitch, you may be reporting from just out the front of the Iron Dome. We're not too sure. But then obviously you'll head out your way as well, back to your part of the world, to Iona College to see Oliver. Well, look, it was an incredible day. A big thank you, of course, to our tournament director Lockie, to our referees boss Amber, who. No, the Supernovas were incredible throughout the day. Didn't have to clarify any rules. Head referee Tom was sensational in the final. And, of course, our handball organising committee, Alicia and Samara. So well done to the entire team. Thanks to our great sponsors, Lily's Little Lunchbox, and, of course, Somerville House for hosting us at their incredible facility.
Fantastic. I just want to also give a quick shout-out to both Lionel Messi and Ronaldo, who managed to make their way down on Saturday morning. I saw... Do you know what? You touched on a little bit before, Nick, just the idea that if there's not a court there, you make your own court. And we had outlined 8 very distinct courts, but that didn't stop many of the kids creating their own courts in and around the facility, trying to just get some more handball action in there. And that's what we like to see, Messi and Ronaldo being 2 of those athletes.
And the fact they played against each other was incredible. That's what we've always said on this podcast.
Yes.
Handball is a state of mind.
It is. It is a state of mind.
You don't need physical boundaries.
I love that from you. Anything else, gentlemen, before we wrap up this show for today?
Well, there shouldn't be too much more to go. Of course, you can tune into Handball 360 tomorrow night.
I hear they're doing a deep dive on the Iona College controversy surrounding Mitchell.
Well, that's the thing. But very importantly, and you'll probably hear some of this interview played on Handball 360 because that's how you get ahead of a story. So I don't think there's too much you need to be worried about there, Mitch.
And, well, no, as I've said, I'm always happy to comment with you guys in Handball 360. And just as a fan, outset, as much as I'm involved with you guys, as a fan, absolutely cannot wait for when we eventually hear the release date of the documentary Hands of Fate, boys. It's some exciting times. The great footage we've gotten along the way so far going to be outstanding. It's been such an exciting competition, and here we are. It's grand final week. We're only a handful of sleeps away. For some of us, we're 0 sleeps away.
Absolutely,
we can't sleep right now.
Well, it's the best week of the year. I hope you're soaking the atmosphere. The Handball Blitz Grand Final. Oliver versus Noah. It's what the people want. Let's go! Let's go!